Yes! Okay.
Abs again.
Oh, I like that. You're looking like Conor McGregor.
Isn't he hot and sexy? I was going to say. I was going to say hexy.
Oh.
Hot and sexy.
It's a podcast, not a cast pod. Hey, Frase, every day she'll make you say,
Oh my God.
she got the scoop.
On pop culture news.
So grab a drink, it ain't what you think. It's Sarah and the crew.
Andrea!
Sarah.
Andrea! It's like the only acceptable accent we can do is the New York one. Everything else is offensive. And look, we don't want to offend you. We love you. We're in love with you. I mean, what can I say? I'm always trying to make you happy, although I mess up all the time.
And me too. People call me racist too. I wasn't going to leave you just out in the dungeon. I do it too.
Well, actually, I want to talk about today your Instagram handle, because if you continue to get backlash about it,
No, people have quieted down.
okay, I really want to know. Our audience is the best audience, the most diverse audience. You guys I love when you write to me and you make me think differently about topics. You guys are so good, I think, at being reasonable, but also, just elevating this world to being a better, kinder place to some degree. Although I like to trash on celebrities, which is kind of why, I really do. I do. And I have realized I have become either youth obsessed or celebrity obsessed. Like one or the other. Last night, this was my last night, all right? So for the past 2 weeks, I've been working nonstop. You guys probably know this. We have this show now on Mix 107.3. So essentially elements of the podcast, the Hey Frase show now has a Sunday night show on Mix 107.3 that starts at 9 p.m., right? So we've been working like nonstop to that. And last night was like the first night I just got to go home at like 4:00, chill out, be in my pajamas, which I love, right? If I could just end my day at 4 every day and then do nothing, it'd be amazing.
Oh, of course. I mean, we all dream of that.
So last night I end up watching Shane Dawson. If you don't know who Shane Dawson is, he is a massive YouTube star, okay? He was trending on Twitter all last night. Shane Dawson is now doing a documentary on if Jake Paul is a sociopath. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, who the hell is Jake Paul and why do I give a fuck about this person? I have no idea, okay? Jake Paul and Logan Paul. You probably know Logan Paul. He's the one that filmed the dead body in Japan in like the dead forest and got all this backlash. I think got kicked off YouTube. So Jake Paul is his younger brother and they're all these YouTube celebrities. So this guy now is doing a documentary on if Jake Paul is crazy, and I couldn't stop watching. Why am I even watching these YouTube people?
Well, you love documentaries, but my question for this is, why are you watching it? But two, is he doing a multi-docu-series, or this is just one series, one show, one episode?
It's 8 episodes. Oh my God. But he looks so fabulous and hot.
You know what?
I want to get in all the details.
Hey.
I'm also obsessed with this man.
What's been going on?
Oh, you guys know that voice. Paul Wharton is here extraordinaire. Podcaster, you look so good.
Podcaster,
God, you look so
skincare,
good.
fashion.
Hi,
I mean,
Sweets. What's happening? Can
Everything-
we talk?
how you doing?
How y'all
you
doing?
doing?
Oh my God, it feels so good to be back.
Oh my God, thank God. We need you.
God, it feels so good to be back.
We really need you.
Hey y'all.
I'm so glad you're back. And by the way, you're still going to be on this show because I get messages all the time. Is Paul coming back? What's going on? Here's what's going on. We need to do
It's
another
with
day
the
a week.
attorneys.
You are?
It's
Why?
with the attorneys. No, I mean the deal.
I'm like, okay, we got to get an attorney. Okay. AJ,
write that down, got the
Call
notes.
my people.
AJ, I know you can do hair, stage photos. Can you also be an attorney?
Okay, can I talk about hair for a second?
Yes. By the way, Paul Wharton here today. We're so excited. We have so much to cover with you. People want to know all about your life. Andrea changed her, AJ changed her Instagram handle, and some people are kind of upset. And you are sort of also like a brilliant person at marketing yourself. You're very magnanimous. We want to know.
Word.
We want to know if
That's
her.
my word.
We want to know
Magnanimous.
if her Instagram handle is magnanimous or not.
Okay.
Anyway, tell us about
I want
hair.
to share this live feed.
Okay.
Well, first of all,
Share the
this
feed, share the
morning I shampoo my hair. I get out, I blow dry, I didn't even round brush it. I go to plug in my flat iron. It's broken.
What?
My flat iron is broken.
Alert the media. My flat iron is broken.
I almost didn't show up.
Wait a minute. Why is it broken?
You better not.
No, it's broken.
We promoted that you were going to be
I know.
the guy.
I saw it. I was like, damn it.
Well, look, we got a lot to talk about with Paul. Politics is on a roll. You've released 4 episodes. You've had
Yes.
some big name people
Thank
on the
you.
show. So I want to find out all about that's going on.
Having a good time.
People have been requesting an update, by the way, because the last time that you talked, you and Renzo had the castle, but you weren't sure if he was actually going to get help for that castle or if he was thinking that you were going to move in and clean. We need a Renzo update. We need all
Somebody
that.
said I had some fluff. It is fluffy. Okay, Jennifer.
He didn't have his straight iron.
I mean, is that a bad thing? What the fuck? Hey, girl.
And then I want to get all your thoughts because I know you had Monique Presley on your podcast, who used to be Bill Cosby's attorney. By the way, what does Monique? I know Monique, probably can't tell too much about client confidentiality, but do you think Monique thinks that he's guilty?
Oh, I was about to say absolutely. No, I can't really say that, but I do know that she knew he was going to jail.
She
was
did.
like,
She
he's
knew
going to
beforehand.
jail. Oh, his ass is going to jail.
So he seemed awfully chipper. Did you guys already talk about this on your show, on your podcast? Because Bill Cosby seemed awfully he was smiling in court yesterday. I'm like, does he know something that maybe we don't? Like maybe they're going to just put him in a very fluff prison cell or something. He seemed awfully in good spirits for being 81. 81, you're going to jail.
Well, he's a little off. He's
They did
he's probably
say
got
he's
a little
mentally-
dementia. There's some stuff going on. He's partially blind. But, probably until the last minute, he probably thought he was going to get off. And even after he was sentenced, he probably thinks they'll appeal it and he'll still get off.
You think so?
Yeah, when you're rich, you're entitled.
That is true.
That's Dr. Huxtable.
It is Dr.
You got the whole world loving you.
I don't think that I'm going to jail today.
Me a Jell-O pudding pop.
Oh my God. I know. So
That's pretty. That was
actually, she's good at impressions, right?
Not bad.
That was really good. So what do you think, by the way? I know we got to thank some sponsors. I want to get into Paul's life. There's some other stories. Making a Murderer is coming back if you're a big fan on Netflix. What do you think? So AJ, by the way, has changed her Instagram handle.
Oh,
AJ's
okay.
the producer of this show. If you guys are tuning in,
She's a big radio star now.
She's doing the radio. Well,
Coming up.
I mean, not really. I mean,
Okay, wait. Break it down. First of all, I leave the show for a week. These bitches get a radio show. What the fuck? I built this
First of all,
bitch
you're gonna
brick
be
by
on
brick.
it. You're gonna be
I built
on it.
this motherfucker.
You're going to be
Brick
on it.
by brick. The day I leave, these bitches get a check. What the fuck?
Okay, we have not gotten paid.
We have not received.
Not one dime. And by the way, I know you, so I didn't even want to call you and ask you until we got paid because I knew your ass would be like, okay, you want me to, you'd be on the phone, Sarah.
Here's my
You want
direct
me to do
deposit
one
number.
for free.
Here's my account
You
number.
got one for- I always
You'd be
do one
like,
for free.
I
give you one.
Okay, well, great. We're putting you on, actually. So
Give you one.
We want to put you on this Sunday night. How do you feel about that?
Sure, put me on.
Excellent.
Well, we haven't gotten paid yet. We'll let you know. But
Is it coming?
Yes, and you're totally going to be on it. Are
You
you
didn't do
kidding?
your
You're
deal?
Paul Wharton. No.
Okay.
What we're doing is testing the show.
Fantastic.
So for 3 weeks, we're testing it. If everybody loves it, if everybody loves the energy
could
on
they
Mix
not, though?
107.3, I think, nowadays everybody wants to try it. I think everybody is always a little bit more cautious about things. Like,
Okay.
the world is crazy now. You don't know what's right with all this,
Yeah.
like Brett Kavanaugh stuff. You don't know what's.
Do you worry about what you say live? Because in an instant, you
yes.
could lose your show like that, right?
Yes.
That's one thing I love about podcasting. It's like, who's going to fire me, boo? You know?
I am my own
Probably
boss.
your own, probably the audience. I actually would love
Right.
to just turn on the Facebook Live and do this show silently and just show photos.
That would be nice.
Because then you can never get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Like if we just posted pictures of Bill Cosby and then we could put like a question mark, thoughts? Like, and then that could be the whole show. And then
Yeah.
last night I watched the Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix. I have no idea why. I know nothing about MMA. I've lost my mind.
I didn't know he had a documentary.
He does. But anyhow, so look, you're going to be on, more to come. I just know now if I don't show up with coins, you're like, excuse me? And then you're always like, okay, darling, I'm losing connection.
I can't get there. Well, that's why I'm always late.
That's what he told me. He said, I'm late until I get paid.
Yeah, I just sit down at the Starbucks downstairs, just with my cup of coffee like this. I've been down there for 20 minutes.
He dead serious told me, he goes, when you pay me, it will be incentive for me to come on time.
She's like, he's always late. I said, you know what, fix that? A check.
Cha-ching.
When I'm getting paid, I'm always on time.
I love your honesty, though.
I love you. Well, I
so
love you.
much.
I miss you.
I miss you too. Seriously, you got to come back. Are you coming on next week too? Because we have been really busy. And here's the thing:
Yeah.
I want to add, like, as this show grows, and once we get the mix thing settled, I want to add another day so we can have you on more often. The only thing that's happened over the past couple of weeks is Santana Moss came in and Angie Goff, and they could only do Wednesdays,
Right.
which was why you weren't on those days. And then you had a fashion show, so that's
Sure.
why we've been, we haven't had you on. But you're back. Hopefully, you're coming next week. Yeah. And you're busy now, too. Okay. Give us the
missed
model.
you.
I'm a model. Y'all know my song? I'm a model.
Blast it. Cash,
that's
cash,
it.
make
I'm
that
sorry.
cash.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So anyway, all right, let's get to you. Let's
Talk about life.
Let's talk about-
Can I just
wait.
exhale up in here?
Yes. Have a glass of wine, exhale. But I do want to know what you guys honestly think, those of you watching on Facebook, and then we'll thank some of our sponsors that we have today. So AJ changed her Instagram handle to Mexican with a mic. Do you think that's acceptable?
Mexican on a mic or with a mic?
Mexican with a mic. I've been trying out a couple different things, and some people are saying it's racist. I'm trying to brand myself, and just the Andrea J. Lopez. It was like,
But aren't you
"Meh."
Mexican?
I am Mexican, half.
I mean, I
So-
think it's off-putting. I don't think it's racist. I think it's like Mexican with a mic. Do you really want to be known as a Mexican with a mic? I don't know. Maybe you do.
I don't know. I'm trying to brand myself like there's the hungry Jew, the girl with no job,
Okay.
and they have
that's
amazing
true.
brands, and I feel like I could build off of that. And I thought Mexican with a mic. I have a mic. I'm Mexican. What more do you need?
Okay.
People, Paul are asking if the humidity has gotten to your hair today.
His straightener
You know what?
broke.
Hold up. Let me just get this. Look at this body, y'all.
It's amazing.
Hold
It's
on.
I mean, I got good hair. Camera on me. I need to see what I'm looking like, people. Look, let me see. I mean, look.
You
it's-
always look like $1,000,000. It's just maybe a
it is
little
what
more
it is.
volume
It-
today.
it is what it is. It is, people. I'm sorry. My flat iron broke. Okay.
You look so good, though.
What more do you want
The
from him?
glasses are awesome.
The glasses are cool. This guy gave these to me at they're not real. They're just, fashion glasses.
They look great.
This guy gave it to me when I hosted that Bloomingdale show the other week. Just gave them to me.
God, they look so good on
Do you have any extra pairs?
Sweet, I'm sorry. I'm fresh out. Fresh out.
Anyway, I agree. I guess for Mexican with a mic for AJ's Instagram handle, people are saying, by the way, they don't think it's racist because you are Mexican. So people
you.
have
What
said,
What about Mexicana with a mic or something or
Okay, that adds a little bit
something
more
with
flair.
a little like a? I wish you could do something
Mexicana
with
with a
chica. Chica.
people
with
are
a
saying
something.
the hot Chicana on the mic. That's
Hot
a long.
Chicana on
That's
the
a
mic.
long Instagram handle. Though.
Louise
the
is
hot
saying, what the
Chicana.
what?
Luis, what do you think? By the way, Luis is also you're part.
Thank you, Alexis.
Luis, you're Hispanic. What do you think?
Well, yeah, we had this conversation the first time AJ brought it up on the show, and I don't know. I just said it needed more flair. I wasn't a big fan of Mexican with the mic. I kind of agree with Paul.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting. It's like, ooh. I'm afraid if I support that, that's like if Brett Kavanaugh followed you, he'd get in trouble for that. You follow Mexican with a mic.
Oh, well,
Off with your head.
he's going to be out of a job. There's no way that guy's getting confirmed
I
after
mean, what's
all
wrong
this.
with AJ with the mic?
Who
AJ on the
the
mic.
is AJ?
You.
You.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's AJ.
Keep offering suggestions, folks, but I don't know. I'm sticking with Mexican with a mic for now. Until you think of something else better, you come with it, and then
Wow.
Okay. I'll just put that right
so-
on my to-do list.
Look,
I know.
I want to hear about your. Let's get people updated too, because
Okay.
in the past couple of weeks,
Yeah,
you
talk
have
to me.
launched your weekly podcast,
Finally.
Politics. Finally,
Every
so what's
Thursday
going
at
on?
2, you can find it live on fullserviceradio.org.
Okay.
And we broadcast live from the Line Hotel. And then on Fridays, we go up. It's Politics on Payday. Ooh, every time y'all get y'all's check, y'all can tune in. So iTunes, Spotify, now officially it's up everywhere, finally.
So how are you liking, by the way, because you know this, once you have your own show and you're the host and you do it with your friend Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you liking, it's like a lot, isn't it? Is it
Well-
more than you expected as far as the host? Because you got to kind of drive the show. You got to come up with the topics. How are you feeling?
You do. Well, I have a producer that I work with, and so he actually puts together the show prep and all that, so I don't have to really do all that. She's looking at me
Wait,
like-
who writes the Instagram captions? Because those are so funny, and
I do.
Those are extra. I knew you.
I write that.
I was like, "There's no way your producer is behind that."
I write that.
That is so Paul. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's me. So we do a little skit in the beginning. It's so cute. We do a little
I've heard
scripted
it,
skit
yeah.
in the beginning, and then we go into our little song, and then we go into the show. But I'm having fun, and we're getting into the flow. Stacey and I have a very good rapport, and I just think that the show is really evolving. Last week we had Monique Presley on. She was, as you said, Bill Cosby's attorney, and that's how a lot of people knew her. And then she was R. Kelly's attorney. It's like, ooh, okay.
Wow, that's a rough. But to be honest, in this country, they deserve representation too. And
Right.
they're rich men; they can pay for representation. So she ought to.
She'll
they
always-
have a legal right to it. It's not like you.
Well, she's no longer. I mean, I think at a certain point she just kind of opted out of that. But I don't really know. I'm speaking for her, and I really can't. But
Well, and a lot of people stuck by both Bill and R. Kelly for many years until I think it got to the point of like, oh boy, and especially R. Kelly. He's kind of repeated these offenses over and over, and never really made. Seems like never gotten help for his own issue. It goes on, and same with Bill Cosby for that matter. So I can understand that. From
Exactly. So, and then we had Vivica, of course, we launched with, and then Michael Eric Dyson came on to talk about, when he went off on Trump from Aretha Franklin's pulpit
Yes.
at her funeral. And that was really cool and interesting. And then his wife, Marcia, came on the next week, and we had Claire Solmers from Fashion Bomb Daily. She came on to do a New York Fashion Week recap. So I'm having a great time. Jennifer Lewis. Y'all know my friend Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's like,
Isn't she something?
Yeah, she's unbelievable.
Love her.
Yeah, she's like the career that everybody wants, right? She's how old now?
61 or 2.
Still
Yeah.
getting amazing roles.
She's
so
on Blackish.
funny.
If y'all don't know who she is, she's on Blackish. But she's giving me singing lessons. We do singing lessons on FaceTime about maybe once a week.
Record that.
I did. It's on.
Oh shoot, you gotta send that. We would play it. We need to play that on the.
I will. But no, we do these singing lessons. We are having so much fun. And she, that the little saying like, "Oh, she doesn't have range."
Yes.
You know what they say? You don't have.
Yes.
She's got no range.
Yep.
That bitch says I don't got no range.
Really?
Yeah.
I also think, and we've got some of your songs. I actually think that you could have been a singer as well because
You're so good to
you
me.
are always ahead of the curve. And seriously, like now, all these people all these housewives put out
It's
songs.
catching
Don't
up.
be tardy.
It's catching up.
You were doing that long before.
You know when you're ahead of your time, and then all of a sudden you're not.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
And all of a sudden you're
Sucks, I know.
like, God damn.
So you're like, oh.
These bitches is working hard.
Why didn't I
Let me
stick
get my
with it?
situation together. But no, I'm feeling good, and I'm just in a good place. I'm feeling like.
Yeah, give us the scoop. We need the raw you because
You
that's
want me
what's
to-
that's what's the best about you is
Let me
how are
get
you
there.
feeling?
Let me go there. Well, I'm feeling like I want to go west.
You do. You want to move to LA?
I'm feeling like I want to go west. I'm not moving. I'm expanding. Okay. So I'm going to keep my office. I'm going to keep my apartment, and I'm going to expand. So I've got this show that I developed that I pitched to a network. It was contingent that I get these 5 women signed to a hold agreement, which we have 4 of them signed. I'll get the last one I'm working on. It's going to be a great show. So I'm going to get paid to go out there and develop it a bit more, and then hopefully get a full series order. And if it gets picked up, I'll go and be the showrunner. So I will live out there for a while, and then I'll decide if I want to go back and forth or not.
Oh, you'd be so good at that.
You can't leave though.
But I'll be back and forth, sweetie.
No, we'll just Skype you. Like that's the thing I always say to people too. I'm always like, I know that you are gone. Like I know that you are destined to go other places. People are always like, why don't you
know
build
what?
the show,
I don't
Paul?
wanna
I'm
live-
like, because he will not be here 50% of the time, and then it'll be me co-hosting this
That's so
damn
true.
thing.
Whenever anybody says like every whatever day of the week, I'm like, every Sunday? What if I get an offer to go to San Tropez? I can't be there every Sunday. Like,
I've got the Hamptons this weekend,
I've
sweetie.
got the Hamptons,
I love
honey.
it. I think one time you and I did talk about doing a show together, and you were like Monday through Friday. I was like, yeah, like we would pitch a show Monday through Friday. I think you were the one you were like, yeah, I want to pitch this. Do you think they're going to want us Monday through Friday? I was like, yes, I think they're going to want us to show up Monday through Friday. You were like, oh, no. Okay.
Oh, sweetie, no.
Goodness.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was Monday through Friday. I can't do that.
Give us you know what? Give us an update on your personal life as far as what is going on with Renzo.
Well,
and then we'll
yeah.
get into some of our sponsors, and we have some swag for you that we want you to model.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, there's really nothing going on with Renzo. I mean, Renzo is, I'm single. I'm still single. Renzo.
What happened though with the last time? Like,
You were like about to have babies.
yeah, you guys were talking about it, but you thought like he might
He
want it to be
lives in
his
Italy and he
stuff.
lives in Brussels. Okay. The man raises bees at his country house. It's like he sent me this picture the other day with him and this big bee, cover up with the bees. And it's really great for the environment. And I get that they have to pollinate things for us to even be able to breathe.
They are really important, but
They are important.
You weren't feeling it.
Honey, that's just not my life. I don't know. I mean, I had to think about it more and more, and I'm just like, I just don't see that being my life. I don't know. I just don't know that that's the case. I think I'll stay single a while longer, and I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, that's
so
good.
any recent hookups?
Yeah, come on. You've got to. And by the way, we want to know this too, because AJ, like all these things have happened in her life. Like she went to Sweetgreens the other day and then she had eye sex with this guy and she came back and she was like out of breath. She's like, I just had eye sex with
Do you know
this
what
guy.
eye sex
I was
Paul,
like,
do you know
what?
No, I
What
saw
is
it in the
eye
show
sex?
prep, and I'm like,
You
that
know
sounds
what
contagious. Eye sex? I mean, has anybody ever, like, can I just say this on
Yes,
the
of
podcast?
course you can. You can
Has
say
anybody
anything
ever,
in
like,
this.
shot in your eye by accident? Has anybody ever shot in your eye?
Yes, of
and you
course.
like, I almost called for the cops once. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
This is too much.
That is completely unacceptable.
Oh my God.
We're going to the clinic right now.
It is like it's an odd feeling. You're like,
Oh, Sarah, please tell your story.
Oh, so you
share.
moved on, huh?
No, I
Your
want
mama watching?
I
Your
have
mama
to tell
watching?
you.
Okay.
No, I want to know the shot in the eye story.
No, I will not say his name, but I will say this. One of the things that I do recommend when you're single is you should date an older man. Like when I dated the older guy that I was with for years, he was like, I don't know, he was divorced, he had kids, he was like super sexually liberated, and it was really good sex. He was like up for everything. It was like amazing. Oh my God, please. I had all
It was more of
kinds
a dribble, though, right? Than a shot, right? You get a little older. I mean, you know,
this
the
is
prostate swells up.
He wasn't
Sarah.
that old. He was only like 40. I was 28 or something. He was young.
Okay, no, that's not old at all.
Yeah, he was vibrant. Yeah, we always made him out on the radio to be much older than what he was, but he really wasn't. I mean, he was like 13 or 14 years older than me, but no, he was very vibrant. Yeah.
So break it down. What's this eye sex?
Well, yeah, what
I
is that?
know you've had it, Paul. Okay, eye sex is when you're in a public place, you don't know the person, and then you check each other out, you give each other the up down, and like you just have sex with your eyes. And you're like, if we were in a scenario where I could have sex with you, I would have sex with you. So I was in Starbucks, and this guy looks at me, and I was like, damn. He real hot. Yeah, exactly.
Paul, have eye sex with the audience right now. We're going to put the camera on Paul. Okay, describe AJ to Paul how eye sex goes when you're at Sweetgreens and I'm ordering my kale Caesar.
You see a hot guy across the room.
Yes.
Oh God, give it to him. That's the kale. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
You obviously know he's very attractive. You could see yourself drinking Prosecco by the moonlight with him.
Yes.
You look him up and down. He's looking you up and down. You're getting a little bit of a sensation down there and you don't know what to do. You're like,
Something's happening.
you start quivering a little bit in your pants. Ooh, daddy's shaking.
Oh my God.
Don't leave me there. Come on, take me home.
Okay, this
Take
is
me home, Mama.
Does this happen at Sweetgreens or Chick-fil-A?
The FCC shut us down. This is supposed to be a podcast. What the fuck?
And that's really it. You have
Oh
eye
my
sex.
God, I hope
And
people
that
don't listen
is
at
eye-
work. I don't know. We got
And
to do a
that-
disclaimer at the beginning of this. If you are at work, oh my
Hey,
God,
that
this
was
is
good
too
for
much.
me.
That was so good.
Anybody
That's
got a cigarette?
hot.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Is
Now,
that
that's
really
safe sex.
is not safe for work? Yeah.
That's all we have here for your disclaimer.
Yeah, that's it. This podcast is not safe for work. We need like a real one.
Warning: this show is not safe for work.
That's all we
Got
got
it.
for you.
That's
We're
all
supposed
we
to play
got.
that at
Hey.
the beginning, but anyway. Wow.
Anyway,
so
that was-
you have like prolonged eye contact, eye sex, like when you're out at places.
Rarely. But this time, this guy checked me out and I was
See,
checking
it
him
ain't
out.
cheating.
See, it ain't cheating. You can order. Oh, no. Here's the thing. You can look on the menu. You can't order.
Right.
Okay. Wow.
So what was your intention? Just to
Well, if he came up to me and asked for my number, I probably would have thought about giving it to him, and then I wouldn't have. But we had like this thing, and then he got his food and like walked out and gave me one last look, and I was like, all right, thanks for that.
Wow.
You still got it, kid.
We still got it. I mean, I'm 24. If I lose it now, well, there's
Yeah,
no
that's
hope
the
for the
God's
rest of us.
honest. Oh my God.
I mean, hey, you know.
You get checked out all the time, Paul.
Yeah.
literally,
But I never
men,
know.
women.
Can I tell you a story? About this whole checking out thing?
Yeah.
I remember in my early days in New York City. Oh my God, I feel like my great uncle now. I remember when I was a young buck. No, but when I was like
in my day.
in my early 20s, and I was just doing like New York One and little stuff. I hadn't done MTV yet. But I used to go to like G Bar in New York City on 19th Street, and I would go and I mean, those were the days of the one night stand. It was so wonderful. And I'd see somebody across the bar and he'd see me, and then one of us would make the move, or he'd send a drink, and before you know it, we'd have a great conversation. It's like my house or yours. Oh my God, those were the days. And I remember when I did
that's
Made.
like making me
be single. Right?
Sarah, you do that anyways.
Okay.
I don't know what.
But now with all the apps, like you can't even have a good one night stand. Everybody's met somebody on an app and then they come out with them. It's like, where are the one night stand people?
Yeah, you're
where can
right,
I go and meet them? But I remember when I first did Made on MTV, and the guy that was producing was like, "Oh, when this show comes on, your life is going to change." I said, "Yeah, right." And
Yeah, right.
yeah, right, whatever. And so when Made first debuted, I was walking down Christopher Street, and this group of like teenagers from high school were like, "Oh my God, that's the model guy from Made!" Ah! And I was like running across the street like that, like listening to them say that, and I just kept running. I ran like 4 blocks. It was the weirdest thing. Next up, I go back to the bar where I always picked up all my guys for the one night stands, and I'm at the bar, and this guy sees me and crying. Look at him. He looks at me.
Oh.
He looks at me. I look at him. You know, I'm thinking,
Wine.
my place or yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fucker comes over like, "I loved you on that show." I'm like, what the fuck? So
You're like, when are we going to hook up?
So now when I'm out, I don't know what people are looking at. I know they're looking, but I'm like, oh, maybe maybe they saw me on something.
Do you find yourself having to make the first move?
I don't really do that.
You really, so even now, you wait till they come
wait
to
for
you.
them.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
But when he's out and about, he's like always talking to everyone. You, me, everybody.
But I'm almost talking to them like a friend. Like I'm not even
A new
expecting
person.
them to be like a romantic situation. Like I have
Yeah.
to have one of those moments, where I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know that was what was going on. Then I clam up. But before that, I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? What y'all drinking? We're going to have a good time tonight. They're like, hi, my name is Ben.
Oh my God, people are loving today's episode, by the way. Michelle says, I almost spit my water out. Travis is saying, oh my God, I'm dying. Yvonne Castro Rodriguez is LOLing. Oh my God. So people are loving it. Okay, well, good. Now we know what iSex is.
Well, yeah.
We got to thank our sponsors. We love Mervis Diamond.
Oh,
they
we
sponsor
do.
both the Politics Podcast and Hey Frase.
Thank
love
you, Mervis.
Mervis. They have 3 locations in Rockville, K Street, Tyson's. We just did their Takori event. They're always having trunk shows, by the way. So if you go to mervisdiamond.com, you'll see all those. Are you rocking the rings, by the way?
I'm not rocking the rings at the moment because I had the Flatiron catastrophe. So I was like, trying to get here.
Oh. Well, we love them. If you are in the market for an engagement ring, wedding bands, or maybe you just want to treat yourself, you're like a boss.
Do something for yourself. It's so nice.
Paul bought himself some beautiful, they're diamond all the way around.
They're eternity stackable. I mean, and I just stack those bad boys up.
I know.
Maybe that's why I don't get a lot of dates. Just take some of them damn rings off. They look at those rings like, too much trouble. Nope.
That looks like a lot. We
That-
out. We out.
That looks like a lot.
You do look expensive. I mean, there's no doubt. There is no doubt. Like, you look pricey. We all know that.
I'm figuring it out.
We also have to thank our new sponsor, Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs options, and cryptos. All commission free. That's their big thing. Commission free. They strive to make financial service work for everyone, not just the wealthy. Non-intimidating, I should know, because I use the Robinhood app. And it's a way for you to become a stock market newcomer, to invest for the first time, or if you're already full of true confidence, you can keep going all without the fees. Robinhood app is cost no commission. As I mentioned, other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge. Also, it's the design and they're easy use. Easy. I mean, if I can figure it out, believe me, you can. Easy to understand charts and market data. Place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. Robinhood is giving our listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. Sign up at heyfrase.robinhood.com. That's heyfrase.robinhood.com. We also have to thank BioClarity. We love BioClarity. They are amazing. I've been using them on my skin. They are 100% vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free. And they have great different skincare products as far as different cleanses. They have a couple of different routines, masks. All of their products never tested on animals. Their essentials routine is for normal or dry skin. That's what I use. 3-step skincare regimen is packed with those gentle botanicals that nurture and are natural radiance and give your skin a glow. So you can cleanse, restore, hydrate. They're also known for their Floralux, which is all the juicy things that help plants grow and replenish. My listeners will get 15% off their entire first purchase, plus shipping is free when you buy a routine, and it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. So what do you have to lose? You need to enter code Frase, though, Frase. That's bioclarity.com and enter my code Frase. Boom. Okay, there you go. We wanted to say all that to say...
all that, and I still didn't get a check. What the fuck? I mean, that was a mouthful. I'm sorry.
Gotta take a breath from that one.
Call the car.
How much
now.
is it going to cost to keep you? I'm worried. Are you going to be really expensive? You know, we
Sir,
are still a small
sir in the
business.
booth, please call me a car. Thank you. Charge it to Hey Frase. I'm getting out of here.
I'm leaving now.
Okay. Okay, but when are we really we got to figure out what we're going to actually pay you.
We got to figure that out.
I
We'll
know.
figure it
but
out.
you're going to be like so expensive.
Oh, no. Why do you say that?
Because I know you.
No.
All right. Well, in the meantime, do you like our merchandise? We're getting ready to drop our merchandise.
You look so damn rich. I'm like, you got
Really?
this bitch got apparel. Y'all got shit hanging on the wall. Y'all got flowers and wine and rose
Well,
petals.
you're okay. You're
I
the
mean,
We personalize our sign for you.
this is really a nice setup.
Well, look, we just are getting ready to launch Hey Frase clothing line, and
I'm loving it.
actually,
I'm loving it.
Maybe we should do a deal, and we could have some Paul Wharton stuff.
Yeah.
We should,
I'm
because
working
people
on it
love
already.
you.
Oh, I'd love to do a little Hey Frase collab.
We need to do a collab.
Hey,
so
Frase
look,
X
we just
Politics.
got our lip T-shirts in. That's what we're wearing. Paul, do you like this? These lips were designed by a local artist, Lucy
love it.
McMahon. We're so happy to be teaming with her.
I love it.
T-shirts are $25. They're going on sale. We also have computer stickers that we're going to be selling. And then, have you seen Lindsay Lohan's do the Lilo?
Yes.
That whole like
That
dance
dance?
that she does. Okay, so AJ came up with this idea to put, you know when the DJ comes on and he goes, "That's how you throw a party in Mykonos, bitch."
Yes.
So AJ came up with putting that slogan on a T-shirt. So we also have those for sale.
I love it. Are they selling?
Yeah, they're selling.
yes.
We made a video. Do you want to see our video?
Yes, I do want to see the video.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Louis, are
Hit
you
it.
ready for it?
Hit it.
Woo! Hey! Hey! Oh!
Oh my God.
Mykonos, man.
This is how you throw a party.
All right.
In
That was
Mykonos,
fun.
bitch.
That was fun. I love that.
So look, how much are those shirts on sale for?
These ones are on sale for, what did we say?
I don't remember. We got to
We
get
started at $27.99 plus shipping and handling.
Okay, so those are $27.99, and then the Hey Frase lip shirts. So look, we're gonna have an e-commerce site. We're working on that. That's not up yet, but if you want any of the products that you see today on Facebook, and if you're listening to the podcast, you can hop onto my Instagram at Hey Frase. Just DM me your size. I can tell you about sizes, and we'll get you that and all the pricing. Anyway, you guys are amazing.
I love it.
Let's talk.
Let's just talk. I just want to talk about stuff.
I know.
Tell me
I
stuff.
want to hear some
me.
of your thoughts on some pop culture thing. First of all, you were really into watching Making a Murderer, right? Or were you never
I
get into it?
was. Oh, is that the staircase thing?
No,
That's
remember we
another one.
loved that one? Remember that was the one with Michael Peterson, the writer,
Right.
who supposedly killed his wife.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Making a Murderer. Take
Stephen
me back.
Avery. Remember Stephen
Oh,
Avery?
yes. I watched the first season.
Yes. There's now a second season.
Okay.
It's dropping October 19th. The
Same situation.
same situation, but new attorneys. So new attorneys have been investigating the case of Brandon Dassey and, of course, Stephen Avery.
Is it current day?
Current day. Yes,
wow,
current
okay.
day. It drops October 19th, as I mentioned. The filmmakers, Laura and Moria Demos, return to the Midwest for what's being billed as an exclusive access to Stephen Avery, his co-defendant and nephew, Brendan Dassey, and their families, as well as the legal teams fighting on their behalf. The next batch of episodes will offer a look at the post-conviction process and explore the emotional toll the case has had on everyone involved. Because you might know, Brandon Dassey is still in jail, even though winning his appeal. And then I believe it was overturned, meaning they didn't think he did have the right to appeal.
He won his appeal. He got out and then went back, or
No,
they never let him out?
even let him out. I know. So for everybody that's into true crime, I'm fascinated. I don't know, though. I mean, that to me, that case is so fascinating because, like, I don't know. Did Stephen Avery do it? I feel like Brendan Dassey is completely innocent, but
What would make you kill somebody? What would they have to do to make you kill them?
I don't know. Probably hurt my family.
I was
your
going to say
family?
the same thing.
I think I mean, because I'm so addicted to so attached to my own family. Dan tells me all the time I have no life and I need to get other friends because basically I just call my mom. I call my mom and hang out with my mom. But, I have real attachment issues because my dad passed away when I was in high school. My mom had breast cancer. And that, totally, I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to be parentless, before I'm even 35. I was like a basket case. So now they are my world. Like my niece, my brother. And I'm so, addicted to spending as much time with them as possible because you just never know.
Your niece is so cool. I love your mom. Your niece is my
niece
favorite
loves
person.
you.
I think your brother is super hot. I want to go and sleep in the room with all those phrases.
Well, you know what? Her brother is now doing the Airbnb business, and he rents a dome. Sarah can tell you all about it, but you should try to get a night with Seth in the dome.
I'll do it.
Oh my God, that would be
For an
great.
extra
I would
$100
love
bucks.
if you and Seth were together. That'd be amazing.
Wouldn't that be great?
And my niece,
I would love that.
is firecracker.
I'd be your brother-in-law. I'd be her stepdad.
Oh my God, that would be a riot. Oh, she would love you. She wants to come hang out with you. And
Please.
my brother's like, you're not gonna go. Paul is a grown man.
to the
You're
club.
not gonna go hang out with him.
Come on.
And she's always like, why not? She's
Does she have her learner's permit yet? She can be the designated driver. Here you go, kid.
oh my God, she is a handful.
Don't
She
scratch
can't
the rims.
Wait to hang out with you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And she read your book. She read the book page to page. She loves the book. She's in there now. She, because she's half Jamaican.
Yeah.
So now she wraps her hair at
she
night and
does.
she has all her creams. Oh my God.
Creams
she's
and potions.
a trip. She's a trip.
Remember
Yeah.
creams and potions? When the guy
Yes.
tried to read me with all your creams and potions. I'm like, yeah. Isn't it funny how somebody tries to read you and then you take it, you don't take it as an insult, and then they're
yeah,
insulted that you're not insulted?
Yes.
That happened to me the other day.
Really? Where?
I was at a bar. Kel Caprice, huh? Oh, I was at this bar, and this guy that I met a long time ago, and I know the guy, he kind of annoys me, okay? Because as soon as I get somewhere, he comes up and he starts talking about all these things that I know nothing about. I'm like, I'm just trying to have my 2-for-1 happy hour drink, sir. Let me get to the bar. So he's going into all this stuff, having me order my drink. He's sipping and talking and spitting in my face, just talking. And he's looking and he's noticing that I'm really not that interested. And he looks at me and he says, "You've changed."
Really?
And I said, "Thank you." And he says, "It wasn't a compliment." Yeah. And then he turns to his friend and he says, "I've known Paul Wharton for 14 years and he's up here acting like he don't know nobody." I said, "Actually, you met me 14 years ago. You've known me for about a week." I mean, from all the times you stopped me in the bars,
Right.
I don't even know your name, sir. What
what did he go on to say? How have you changed? Why does he, in what way did he feel like you've changed? Because I don't think you've changed since, God, I know
I've
you now.
changed. Yeah, I'm always changing.
Well,
I've changed. I've changed because I think at a certain point, maybe when he met me a long time ago, yeah, really? You know what? I'm running my own business. I'm creating
Yes.
projects. I'm tired. I go to the bar. I want to have a cocktail. If I don't feel like sitting up and having you hold me hostage for 20 minutes, then I'm going to be like, okay, boo. All right, I'm going to talk to you. I'm 40 years old. I got to go about my business.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got to get home and put my feet up at some point. You know what I mean?
it's so true.
Yeah.
Wrap this hair up.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, you take that power back and you don't feel like you have to be a cheerleader for everybody.
Yeah. No,
You know?
absolutely. I'm with you. It's exhausting. And I think somebody like you have this great personality when you're out, and I know you when you're on.
Yeah.
So I think too, there's always this expectation of that you're going to bring that all the time. And this is why they all, everybody always gives me a hard time for going to bed at 8:00. But the thing is we're both, when we're out and you're on, it's tiring.
energy.
It's a lot of energy, but people expect that from you. I can remember a woman years ago, and this gave me such anxiety at the time, but now I don't care. But she used to say to me when we were out, because I would always drink too much and I'd always be the one being loud or whatever. And she'd always be like, "You never disappoint. You never." And I was like, oh, that's
Wow.
it took me a while to go, okay, I need to sometimes disappoint because it's costing me so much to be the party, the loudest one at the party, the biggest one out there. It was just too much. So
We are
now I go
having
home.
some serious. Is the mic still on? Is this camera still rolling? Or I feel like we're just having a a moment
A
of therapy.
geriatric moment. If anybody wants to take me out,
Yeah, thank God you're the young one on the show.
How do we get back there? It's
I'm
always come
kidding.
back to
No.
this.
Do you want to
this
go back?
Mexican on a mic. Go back where?
Oh, you just saying back to
It
her.
always goes back to her.
Oh,
I love you, girl. I miss you.
sort of.
I miss you going
Paul, I try to hit you up all the damn
You don't
time.
hit me up.
No
Bullshitting.
response. No response. Left on red receipt.
Paul, I want to hear your thoughts on two big fashion stories that are happening, though. People are losing their mind. Online's Versace fans are. They're begging Donatella Versace to not sell to Michael Kors. People have referred to Michael Kors as the cheap white soccer mom brand of the suburbs. That's what he's getting called on Washington Post says. And Versace fans are not happy. The luxury brand, of course, founded by Gianni Versace in 1978 and currently helmed by his sister, sells high-end goods only. However, Michael Kors, you can find various knockoffs at TJ Maxx and Nordstrom's Rack.
That shit pays the bills. He got 2.1 billion reasons why he's not the soccer mom. I mean, listen, he paid $2.1 billion. I think the deal closed on Tuesday. They're going to expand the brand. And, you know, people that are in business like Donatella, you know, you build those brands to sell one day.
Right.
He's not, you know, what if her daughter that Gianni loved, I forgot her daughter's name.
Oh, God, isn't it Alexis or something?
Something with an
yeah,
A.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't want to take over the brand. I'm not sure. But I think Donatella, in fact, I know for sure she's still involved with the company. It's just going to be owned by,
Michael Kors
Michael
group.
Kors.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. The designer who committed suicide, Kate Spade, she sold her brand to, who'd she sell it to? To Liz Claiborne or
No,
something?
Coach.
To Coach.
Coach, yeah.
They bought it for only $46 million. Then they sold it. Whoever bought it from her sold it again the next for like $1 billion.
Oh, really?
That's fucking depressing. I mean, I guess that's not a good.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yes.
46 million to a billion. Why?
I mean, she sold it for $46 million. I mean, I
It was
hate
worth
to tell
more.
you, and with inflation, that's really not that much. No, I mean, you living in New York, you're a big time, you know, whatever, living on Park Avenue in a $20 million apartment. Shit, $46 million don't go as far as it used to.
Well, it's interesting to me because it's funny. I mean, for whatever reason, Coach Michael Kors, you know, I agree with you. Definitely being in TJ Maxx and Nordstrom, that's how you pay your bills. That's what we can afford. I love a TJ Maxx and Nordstrom's. And you know this, but now with Instagram and social media, you don't want to keep, people always, I get messages from people that are like, you've worn that 5 times. Can't you afford a new jean vest?
Ooh.
No, I
That's rude.
can't. Yeah. Oh, I get that all the time. So I love shopping at TJ Maxx and Nordstrom's Rack because you can actually afford the clothes. But it is interesting when I do read those stories. I do think to myself, there's a big difference between Michael Kors and Versace.
Absolutely.
Now they are going to run them differently. I can't afford Versace. I've never owned anything Versace, but that's like your goal. Like you want it, and it does. I think it cheapens the brand slightly because you're like, you know, Michael Kors has got that knockoff Louis Vuitton belt, you know, bag that's
sure.
like at every TJ Maxx.
I mean, I think when you first hear it, it's like a little off-putting, but, you know, soon you'll forget. Donatella will get out there with some great campaigns. It'll be, you know, she'll be walking down the runway, and before you know it, he'll just be the owner, and we'll still be buying it or supporting it, the people that support it, because she'll still be there, and it'll go away. But the news just broke, so everybody's like, ew, that's cheap. But, you know,
It was like,
I guess
kind of
she
cheap.
needed, you know, she needed to sell the business.
Well, I'm sure it just gets like, oh my God, can you imagine trying to keep up like ideas and high end? I mean, it's gotta be a real grind. Like I'm not into that fashion world, you know.
Donatella be living, too.
Oh, I'm
It
sure.
takes a lot of money to run all that.
By the way, people are saying on Facebook facts about you. Like there's about your whole 46 million that it just doesn't go as far as
It
it used to.
doesn't.
Oh my God, I would die. Like, could you imagine if you had 46 million right now?
I'd move to Cleveland and be the ultimate black
Rolling.
Liberace. Fuck everyone. Stop them all at the gate, send them to the second gate, put the dogs on them, get me out of here in the helicopter. I mean, I'd make that 46 look like 3.2 billion. Facts.
Facts. Millennials are giving divorce a bad name. They're ruining divorce because millennials are getting divorced currently at the slowest rate of any of the generations. According to new research, there's an outstanding 18% decrease in U.S. divorce rate between 2008 and 2017, and youngish people probably have a lot to do with it. Previous research hypothesized that it was older folks who were responsible, as older people are less likely to get divorced. But now they say millennials, less likely, because millennials tend to marry later. They tend to do tons of research, stay with the person, really figure out who they want to be with. And then they're willing to, I guess, they're either marrying really their soulmate or it works out. What do you think by that? Do you have a lot of millennial friends?
I have a few
that are married.
I have a few, and I think that one difference between the millennials and some of the older people I know that get married is, some of my older friends, the women, and I'll just say, like, they're like holding out for this rich husband, and they get him, and then they're like, whew, child, oh, Lord, that was a close call. I gotta sit down. I gotta sit down somewhere. Oh Lord, call that job. Tell me I ain't coming back. But a lot of my millennial friends that get married, it's like they both have their own lives, and then they build together. But they're working, they're doing things. They have their own social circles, and then they share. It's like two are not just one. It's like individuals that build a life together, and I think that helps keep the relationship together.
It's fascinating to me because I would think as a millennial, I don't know. I feel like you're less likely to make it work.
Well, you both are building into this number because you both are not married yet.
I know, that's true. I know. We're not.
You're in this statistic.
Thanks for the reminder.
Hey, you're the one that's saying you want to be single for a little bit longer. No, but we all have this.
Should I just go get married? Is that what you're saying?
I would because I would like.
Maybe
I would
I
like
should
a
be
wedding.
on my second. I should probably. You know what? I hope he's not watching.
You should be on your second divorce
just
by now.
Between us, the cameras are off, right? I think I should probably get married and then, get on.
Get divorced.
I should be on my second marriage by now. This is not good.
Well, I mean, if you should, so should I. But I mean, I should probably be going.
Didn't you get married once?
No.
No, you were engaged to like 3 times.
No, I never even said yes to him, by the way. He asked me 3 times to marry him, and every time I said I couldn't do it. It was very stressful. Thanks a lot,
When are you
guys.
getting married?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, AJ.
Oh, you're looking at me.
You're the true millennial on this show.
No, you know what it is? We have this perfection complex, and millennials want to be, we're always looking at the next thing. How can we get better? How can we get a better job? How can we have more money? And we never settled down, and I think we've just come so far, and nobody's ready to just accept. We always want more, So I think that's why millennials, they don't want to settle down right now, because they're like, no, I can be better.
I know that's
I'm not
why
ready to settle on the right, on this person.
I'm shocked, but they're also at the end of this. At least the article I read, at the end of it, they were sort of like, "But we've got to give millennials more time because in 15 years, millennials may be divorcing at the fastest rate." So you're like, "Okay, well, this study is pretty late. Like, it's just basically a snapshot of
They
time."
haven't had enough time to like hate each other yet.
Right?
Heat on each other. Put a little ground up glass in the oatmeal. They haven't had enough time.
Drop some poison in there.
They need time.
Are a lot of your friends married, AJ? Because you're 24.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have I just went to a wedding, and it was a very low budget wedding because we ain't got no money at this time, and that's why I'm saying wait a while, because if I don't have open bar at my wedding, I'm not gonna have a wedding. Like everybody's got to get wasted. Everybody's got to have like delicious food.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
At my
Hold
wedding.
that point. You are gonna try to have a cash bar at your wedding? I'm not fucking coming to that.
Okay, and people give me a hard time.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying my preference is I
There's
want to have open
something
bar.
wrong with it. Even if it's just wine and beer, figure it out. That's not your wedding date. Push it back. Everybody throw $100 in every month until you get there.
Okay.
Have your mom and your daddy.
What do you feel about just like 3 hours of open bar, then people have to buy? Is that tacky too?
People should not have to buy at your wedding. Just invite less people.
Yeah, that is your solution right there.
Okay, invite less. Oh, I
Invite
mean,
less people.
we went from 200, now we're down to 100.
You have a list? Is there a date?
Yeah. Well, we were thinking August, I think it's August 2nd or 3rd of next year.
Are you engaged?
No. Absolutely not.
They're not engaged.
What's happening? I go away. You bitches get a radio show. This bitch got a wedding date. She got a list. I mean,
already
you're
did their
having eye
budget.
sex. What is going
grow
on
up so
around here?
fast, Paul.
Y'all got
They grow
a
up
full
so-
line of apparel. Y'all got t-shirts.
saying,
And
we don't sleep, Paul.
Stickers and shit. What happened?
We need you to put on, I'm a model, and then we need you to put on this this lip shirt. I want to see you in
I
it.
love it. Now listen, why don't you sell more of these shirts so you can open up that bar?
That was the plan.
That's the plan?
So if I have a wedding, the entire night needs to be either beer or wine. It needs to be open bar.
I'm hoping for hard alcohol.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you can make it whatever you need to make it, but
All needs a
with you.
tequila gimlet.
Make it open.
I
Make it
agree.
open.
I mean, and that's the thing is like I don't want to get married either unless we're doing it. I found the place I want to get married. It's this incredibly gorgeous like barn and
Maine?
outdoor. Yeah, it's spectacular.
Can I stay with Seth in his dome?
Yes.
Ooh, chill. The hashtag you have to use is chilling with my domies.
I
Chilling
like
with my
that.
domies is his hashtag.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to get that
Dome in the
website.
morning.
You and your domies.
Put that on my t-shirt. Hey, y'all, download Politics Podcast now on Spotify and iTunes and go to my shop page and buy my Chilling with My Domies t-shirt exclusively at paulwhartonstyle.com. Yeah, I'm leaving here with the check one way or the other.
I know. I got it. I've got it for you right in here. I know but I have an idea in mind for my wedding, and the problem is once you start planning and then it doesn't unfold the way you want, I'm a little less excited about getting married. I'm not gonna lie.
Would you hire a wedding planner?
Yeah, I found this. We walked in, my mom and I walked into this beautiful, restored, it is Martha Stewart looking venue. I'm like, this is where I want to get married. And there was this cute little woman there, and she's like, hi, I'm a wedding planner. And I was like, oh my God, I need to hire her.
Does she own the place?
No, she was
she
just
happened
there.
just to be there.
She was there getting ready for someone else's wedding. I'm like, this is what I want. But just to rent the place was like $12,000 for the weekend. Then you're talking.
Can you stay there?
Yeah, you can stay there.
Oh, that's worth it.
Okay, that makes
You
sense.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people can stay there?
I think the house fits 16, 120 in the barn.
Wait. We all sleep on cots in the barn?
No.
You don't stay there, sweetie.
There's a house. There's a main house.
I don't think you made it as one of the 16. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who should tell her? Me or you?
You.
No, sweetie. We're going to be at the Airbnb with Seth, sweetie. We're going to be at the Airbnb with Seth.
in the dome.
We're going to be at Seth.
Lord. If I hear any noises coming out of your room, Paul, I'm calling.
Oh, you going to hear
the
some noises
farmhand.
coming out of that room. If I go to Maine, I'm coming back right. And I'm not talking
a
about no
farmer.
eye sex neither.
Oh my God. That would be awesome. I feel like you're going to end up with my Uncle George anyway. You two
No,
are
I need a
gonna,
younger version. I'm sorry. That's
too old?
too old.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you like the old. You like to be the youngin'. Oh, now you're the sugar daddy. Okay.
I'm the twink that became the sugar. I'm just figuring all this out.
We have so many different sayings. We're like, what the fuck
Yeah,
are they?
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, I'm with you. It's really hard once you're getting married. And then the hardest part is then people put all the pressure on you. Like, well, isn't it about the love? It's not really about the wedding venue and the free drinks and the engagement ring. And
But
I'm
it
like,
sure is fun.
but it seems like it is.
Can I go engagement ring shopping with Dan?
Yes, of course.
That would be great.
Please.
We should make it a Hey Frase exclusive.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how
I feel
Dan
like-
would react. Like, he'd be like,
He's not like that to me. He talks.
okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, he says
Oh,
stuff.
he would. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I feel like you will have us at a price point that we will.
No, I'll be
regret.
like, she told me she doesn't want a big ring. Smaller. Smaller. It's all about the love to her. She thinks the bigger the ring, the less you love her.
Oh God.
I'll be chuckling over there from my Airbnb 2 miles away from the wedding venue.
What is coming up, by the way? What is coming up on your podcast this week?
Hey, guys, tune in tomorrow at 2 o'clock to my podcast on fullserviceradio.org or check us out on iTunes and Spotify where I have my friend Stacy. And I think tomorrow I have Jennifer Lewis calling in.
So Jennifer Lewis is going to call in.
Yeah.
Wait, I wanted to ask you though one other thing because we had teased and we're going to tease your first debut on 107.3. We seriously want you
Nice.
on the radio show.
Do I have to go there?
No,
Okay.
because
Are you going to be there?
Well, yes, but what we do is we take snippets, highlights of the podcast, so you don't
nice.
have to come back.
That's great.
But one of the questions we were thinking of asking you is fall is here. People are switching gears. People know you for your beautiful skin, your
Yeah.
hair. You really take care of your body and yourself. What's
Trying
one?
all the time.
But you really achieve it. I mean, you look great.
Well, you know what it is? I think it's really important. And I even notice it with myself. When I start slacking on the skincare, I really feel like defining your look really starts with refining your skin. Your face is the first thing people see. I mean, you know how it is. When we wake up with a big zit or if we're looking dull or if we're feeling like a little agey or whatever, like it really messes with our self-confidence. So really think about committing yourself. The first thing people say when I say that I cleanse, tone, exfoliate, moisturize, repair at night, and then sun protect during the day, oh my God, I don't have that kind of time. I'm like, okay, fine, look old.
Then I have nothing else to say for you.
Look raggedy then. But they're like, I don't have an exfoliant. Okay, take a little white granulated sugar, put a little warm water in it, and make your really nice sweet exfoliant. And you can like come down a little bit and a little bit more. And then, when you pop into bed, it's like a sweet treat.
Yes,
for your partner. It's really cool. And I mix a little cleanser in with that. If you don't have a toner, use witch hazel. Witch hazel is a great peel. Witch hazel. Yes, fool. Witch hazel. Yeah. Fool. Witch hazel.
Yes, fool.
You can use rose oil for your moisturizer. Definitely at nighttime is a great time to regenerate and to repair some of the free radical damage that's going on from pollution and sun damage and all the stuff that we go through every day. So definitely find yourself something that will, with a retinol, with an alpha hydroxy, with a beta hydroxy, something to go ahead and kind of turn back the clock. Definitely change your pillowcase a couple times a week. I mean, I'm telling you.
A couple times a week?
A couple times a week,
Listen,
huh?
you're out. People are, if you're around smokers, if you're just the pollution, your hair's on your pillowcase, and then that all gets in your face. Really, and you got oil in your hair. I mean, that's where you get pimples and zits from.
Wow. So how many times a week, do you actually change yours?
You
2,
want me to be
3?
honest?
Yeah, well, I mean,
A lot.
we know you don't.
Well,
We know
so
you're,
no, but
Priscilla
okay. Well,
does.
no, yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, we know you don't.
Well, what happened was no.
I love that too. He's like, don't mention. He's
No,
giving
no,
me
no,
the
look,
eyes
I'm trying to be more of
Stop.
a- look.
He's like, stop mentioning Priscilla.
I'm trying to be more of a man of the people. Yeah, I got a block.
You're past that.
I have a block on doing my own shit. No, but what we do is, so there's like 5 pillows on my bed. So every night I just okay, I'm gonna sleep on this one, and then I move that one. I'm like, I slept on that one last night, and then I put that one over there, and then I take the one in the back, and
That's
I take the one
smart.
behind that, and I take the one in the
Brilliant.
middle, and so
You get 5 rotations.
I get 5. So it's a fresh one every day.
So we also
Wash
wanna-
your hands a lot too, people. Wash your hands a lot and don't touch your face.
Ooh, that's really good. Those are all great tips to
Yeah.
take care of your skin for fall.
And you know what? When the skin is looking right, you can charge through. I mean, it changes everything. When someone gives you a compliment, oh, your skin looks great. Makes you feel so good. Makes you feel so good. Doesn't matter if you have a few extra pounds. Doesn't matter if you're working on some other things. Doesn't matter your outfit's not perfect. But when your skin looks good, you're off to a great start.
Oh my God, that's such great advice. I was going to say, is there like one product that you love? But I want people to go to paulwhartonstyle.com.
And they can also go to paulwhartonbeauty.com.
We're
to
on it right
buy
now, yeah.
My products. Oh, it's beautiful. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. I
Is there
did
one-
a little travel campaign. Oh, there's one product there called Botanic Youth, the global therapy cream with
Right in the middle.
phospholipids, botanical, and marine extracts. Now, that's the product I use at night. Every night without fail, and I'm rubbing it on my body. It's so smooth.
And people love your products, by the way, and they're
great.
dermatology recommended. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yours are legit.
They're legit. And also,
PaulWhartonBeauty.com?
PaulWhartonBeauty.com, and make sure to check out my book. I hate to be such a self-promoter, but I got to pay bills
We are,
too.
yeah.
I mean, we've already
Yeah.
hawked our shirts,
Yeah.
our stickers.
Yeah,
We've
so
hawked everything, yes.
I do have some good news. I do have a second book deal, a second book offer.
Really?
I have a second book offer, so I'm still pulling it all together. So in January, pulling it all together will be 1 year old. So I've got just this fall. I'm going to keep selling it. I'm writing my second book now. I've got the offer. I didn't sign it yet because I'm, going to shop it around a little bit. Hope they're not watching. Just kidding. I love my publisher. They're great. But check out my book, Pulling It All Together. You can get it on Amazon or in Barnes & Noble stores, or you can buy it. Yeah, there.
Will you be at Baltimore Book Fest?
I don't know anything about that.
Well, check it out this weekend.
Is it this weekend?
This
I guess
weekend,
it's too late.
Saturday, Baltimore Book. Well, you just show up with a pile of books and say, hello.
Yeah, I want the books in my trunk. I'll do that. I'm really.
I wanted to ask, what's the book going to be about, the second one? Because I feel like you should
What do you
it-
think it should be about?
You should
That's
be
the thing.
Eat, Pray, Love. You should be Eat, Pray, Love for a black man. Like, I feel like Eat, Pray, Love was fine, but it was this white
Dana
woman's
Penn.
experience and blah, blah, blah. But
Eat, Pray, Love for black men or from a black man's perspective?
I think just for black people. Like,
know
you
the
should
book?
be Eat, Pray, Love.
I don't really know Eat, Pray. I've heard of it, but I've never read Eat, Pray, Love. Take me through
Okay,
it.
That's a
you've
great
got to
idea.
read it.
Just quickly,
Eat, Pray,
just-
Love is a book. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but long story short, she's in this marriage, like with this guy that she's really not in love with, and she's trying to figure it out. Anyway, they finally decide after a lot of heartache that they're going to get divorced, and she gets an advance to write this book. And her idea is she wants to go to India, she wants to go to Italy, and I think she wants to go to one other place like France or something, and she wants to live and immerse herself in their culture and get her mind right. She's like filled with anxiety. You don't have like as
Yeah.
many of the mental issues as she does, but
As me.
I mean,
Well,
come on.
a few.
Well, it's a book. It's a book. You got to have something.
You don't have as many. Let's see. You got 1, 2. Hold on.
She
Let me
had
see.
5.
Does
I'd
it
say
count
you've
if I
got
can
2.
count on my toes too? Okay, 10, 13. I think she has 16. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
It's a story, right? You gotta overcome some adversity.
Embellish.
Yeah,
So
I got shit, trust me.
Yeah, you got
There's
shit.
some stuff going on in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So then she goes to India and she goes to this meditation retreat, and it's all about her trying to find herself and she all the amazing people that come into her life in that and how she tries to like center herself, and it goes back to, just the issues she had in childhood and around marriage. Then she goes to, I think, France, and then she goes to Italy, and she ends up falling in love with this wonderful Italian man who really appreciates who she is and all her insecurities and flaws and all this stuff. And it goes from there. But I feel like you are the Eat, Pray, Love for Black Americans.
Hello. No, I am so into that because I was thinking
white people can read
culture,
it too,
cocktails, cuisine from all over all the places I traveled to. I was thinking all these different things. I mean, and basically they were like, what do you have? We just want to make sure we lock you in and we get a date set for your release for the next book. And I said, oh shit, I don't know what I'm going to write. So I had to figure it out. But that's a great idea.
Yes, for real. You should do it. And just like you've had opportunities to people are very in love with you, men that you've had these wonderful relationships with, but it hasn't been the right.
Meditate, fuck. There I go.
Drink, meditate, fuck. Paul Wharton.
There you go, America.
But you already have the world traveling. You're on this incredible self-exploration journey.
I am.
People love when you talk about like, hey, the phone's going to stop ringing. What do you do? I mean, you've had this
figuring my shit out. I'm learning more about myself now and standing up for myself in business and different things like that. I mean, and we'll talk offline.
Oh, well,
y'all can't hear that shit yet.
Maybe you don't want to. Are you
Find the
stand up to
exclusive in
us?
his next book.
No. I love you all.
Okay.
No, but
We'll show you
it's
the
funny.
books.
You never can stop learning, and you have to believe in yourself. You really do. And when people say, "Ooh, that person loves himself," yes.
Who else will?
You really should love yourself. That's not a bad thing. You think you all that. Just like my mama does. You know what I mean? Yes, I sure do. And you should think that you're all that. And if you don't, work on that shit.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I think you have a great story to tell. I really do. And I think if, the thing that I think about with you is there's one thing, you've been true to yourself, which most people don't. They end up, sacrificing in all the wrong ways for different people. So I really think, seriously, Drink, Meditate, Fuck is like your book.
I won't call it that.
I was going to say the F was a little rough.
Okay. Drink.
Oh, really? Mexican with the mic?
But I like... But I love Drink, Meditate, and then the last one is just a little harsh.
I'm gonna figure it out. But I think it's because travel is my thing.
Yes.
And the thing I said about LA, like I'm going to have a presence in LA. I'll have a little place and all that. But I don't want to live just in one place. I don't want to do just one thing. I want to be a citizen of the world. I don't want to be confined. I don't like to look at the same shit every day. I look outside. I don't like, I want to move around.
It goes to LA where you launch your show and it's off to a great start, but suddenly they don't need you. Then you fly to Brussels where Renzo is.
And I walk in on him with
Correct. But then you try to work it out because you think Renzo loves you and he has this great, love for you and he lives in this castle, but he's sort of treating you like shit and you decide that you're going to stand up for you.
Yes.
Then you fly to Ireland. You see Michael.
Oh my God.
You and Michael have a moment.
It made me cry.
For the last time.
Oh shit.
Then you come home back to your mom's house in Delaware and you realize life has come full circle. Oh my God. That you are where you've always meant to be. And here you are, you drive into Washington, D.C. Your show is a hit show. It's out on We, and everybody is watching. You're on a billboard, and you've realized life has brought you full circle.
Wow. I love it.
Drink, meditate, fuck. Paul Wharton.
Pre-ordering now. Look, Tracy, put that up on the website. PaulWhartonStyle.com. I'm selling those copies today. Hey, Holly, we're selling books.
I feel like that is you. I
think
see
so,
that
too.
story.
I'm going to do it.
Because that is everybody's story, right? It's like everyone, the Michael thing is hard to it's hard to deal with. It's hard to confront. It's like hard to go and say goodbye and, really take that all in. And then there's someone like Renzo, which we all have in our lives that would be the easy person to marry. But is Renzo really what you want?
He said something interesting to me because, he's really interested when I talk about all my different, ventures and all this kind of stuff. And he says, if all that doesn't work out, just come live with me. I mean, just come. And I thought to myself, no, motherfucker. You're supposed to be like, how are we going to make all that stuff work out?
Actually, I think the book ends in Cleveland with
Okay.
you in that beautiful brick bed and breakfast.
Yes.
And you are just like bringing your magnetism to the world. And people come and they stay, and just for a weekend they get away from life's things. And you are almost like this, house nurturer because you've been through it all. The hit show is on, but you really want to come back to your roots because that's really what life is about.
I love it. I love it. This has been the best day
Now, when am I going to
ever.
get my
No, I'm
check?
serious.
When am I getting my Now, I'm coming for your ass because you would come for mine. So when this book is on the New York Times bestseller list, I don't want you up there. You always do this. You get up on the chair with the microphone and you look at me and you're like, bitch,
This is
I
my
know you're trying
moment.
to take my microphone.
Sarah, sit
And I'm
down.
gonna- I'm gonna think,
Oh, really?
Excuse
Oh, what do I do? I
Eat
don't
all
do
my
anything.
oysters and drink all my champagne.
That charcuterie board was on
And then
point,
he
though.
goes on, I'd like to thank my godmother, my family, blah, blah, blah. Thanks. Oh, and then Sarah, she has this podcast, and, if I drop this mic, she'd pick it up and she'd. So,
Did I say that?
You said all that.
I was drunk.
So when
Sorry, look,
you
I'm like, shit.
are on the New York Times, I better be in the top 5 motherfuckers of who you
You
thank, or I'm going to
will.
steal that mic off of the stage. I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just here for my check. Anyway, I love you. I'm serious. I think you should do
love you. And let me tell you, this has been a phenomenal
that. Good.
day.
You deserve it.
No, I think this is great, Sarah. I'm just so happy for you and your wedding date and all this shit that's going on
let's
in your
not
life.
get excited.
That's too much.
Tomorrow
yes,
she'll probably be broken up.
Yes, yeah,
but let's
just
go
keep
get
going.
drinks, though.
Okay. Sounds good.
You guys, we love it. Tune into Politics tomorrow. Of
Yes.
course, share the podcast, Hey Frase, with a friend. And, we got a ton of merchandise. Please purchase it all so we can pay Paul. We love you guys. Bye, everybody. Woo. Rock the cast spot.
Hey, Fraser, I like it. Hey, Fraser, I like it. Rock the cast spot. Rock the cast spot. Hey, Fraser, I like it.
Rock the cast spot.